Greetings, phoners. Welcome to another MTGA NerdPhil video where we are doing, you know what we're doing? We're doing some more Strixhaven standards. So, we're focusing on kind of the popular archetypes a little bit that people are playing a bit right now, also making our own. So if you're ready to see more stuff like that, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell so it'll be easier time finding me in the future. And so you can participate in Fan Submission Fridays, where you simply copy and paste an Aether Hub or an entire deck list in the comments down below and say, hey, I'm going to try this out, get my deck featured for this Friday. And it's as simple as that. And there's no limit. If you submitted a tons before, continue submitting them. So yeah, I really just want to see what you guys are cooking up and playing, because I get a lot of ideas from them, honestly. And they really help me out. And also right now I am probably going live with Twitch. My Twitch username is in the description down below, so go ahead and check me out. I'm usually playing around 7 to 11, maybe even midnight PST time, because I'm coming back from work, maybe wrapping up a couple other videos I need to work on. So yeah, and these YouTube videos will still be its own thing. I'm not going to like do Twitch stuff into YouTube. I might do that in the later future, but I kind of like what I'm doing right now. So yeah, so please support me however you can. And we're on the road to 300 subscribers, so if you're not subscribed, help your boy out. So today we're looking at Prismari spells. It's a little bit similar to Prismari dragons, which we've done before, but we're playing other unique spells as well, playing a little bit more of kind of other cards that we didn't use before. So I'm going to show you what we're working with. So we got 4 ops because it's just a great card. It's a great way to trigger a lot of the stuff that we're doing. 3 negates, which is always good, especially in a best of 1. 2 Prismari Apprentice, which I actually like, making it unblockable when we cast our instants or sorceries, which we have plenty of, so that's pretty easy. And we only have 1 card that is mana value 5 or greater, but it does put a counter, so it's just a good way to get aggressive. 3 Sprite Dragons, 4 Brazen Borrowers. Adventure cards have always been really solid with Magecraft. Playing 1 of the Ovilda and the Nasari. Both cards are pretty good in general. Probably going for the Nasari a little bit more, because I think this side is a little bit better. Because it's kind of interesting that you exile the top card of the opponent's library and then you can cast those cards, which is like pretty cool. It's a way to get card advantage without having to use your own resources. Ovilda is a little bit more interesting. Not as good, but can still maybe come in handy. But just a one of 4 Bone Crusher Giants, 2 Rowans, and Will. I love this card. Rowan's obviously the better side, which is why he's more expensive, but Rowan can still do some work here. 4 Prismari Commands, which is pretty solid. A lot of great utility. 3 Torrent Sculptors. Basically just a great card because you get to, it has ward, so it's self-sufficient at protecting itself, and it gets bigger on its own. But Flamethrower Sonata is pretty good as well. We got the big Elder Dragon, Prismari himself, Goldspan Dragon with the treasure combo, which is pretty nice. 2 Magma Opus, 2 Stars Smashing, 2 Castle Venture, 6 Islands, 2 Embers, 6 Mountains, and 4 Pathways. So overall, it's kind of similar to our Prismari Dragons deck, but it focuses a little bit more on playing it a little bit more defensively, and then kind of using your spells to back up the creatures that you have to punch in for the less points of damage. So a little bit more on the defensive side, but I've been enjoying this color combination. I usually don't delve into like the Izzet or Prismari, but I like the way it's playing because it's very much more my style. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mulligan. Can't keep a 1-land hand. This we can certainly keep. I guess I'll chuck the Magma's Opus. Okay, looks like our opponent is going Golgari, or Witherbloom, I should say. Which is usually an indicator that they're going mono black or Witherbloom sacrifice combo. So it's going to be a little tough. Okay, they're going with the Witherbloom combo, which is fine. It is going to be a little tough, but nothing we can't really handle. Okay, they got the learn going already. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and opt here. Kind of need a dig for land as much as I love Brazen Borrower. Perfect. Alright, I like all these cards that I'm seeing. So we're going to get aggressive with Dora here. So our options are we can play another Dorat, try to get more triggers off. Looks like they missed a land drop. That's actually super huge and really good news for us. So I like that. Oh yeah, he's using village rights now. Like that's really good for us. Probably found a land at this point, right? So yep, there you go. Get another Eye Witch going. Okay. So that being said, what I want to do is either I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and just go for the Bone Crusher here. I know that he gets to learn, but it's not that big of a deal, honestly. 2 Eye Witches. Okay. Okay. It actually makes sense that he went for this one. So this one he searches for a basic library, which looks like he's been kind of getting mana screwed, which happens. Now I do need to draw a land for a really good turn, but yes, okay, perfect. So that kind of worked out pretty well for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and play Dorat here. Okay, so nothing happened, so I'm actually going to go ahead and bounce the pet. Because that triggers both of our Dorats here, and it gets rid of a token permanently without the token triggering its effect, which we really like. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't bother me all that much. Looks like he's really hurting for green mana. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. I can get him for 5 in the air, hold up some blockers. I would have liked the land because I would have probably done Brazen Bar and then held up for another one, but can't get too greedy, right? So that being said, I'm just gonna again go ahead and attack and then just hold back. We can kind of play on we can kind of decide what we need. Because I go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we might actually be able to win this turn or next turn if we play our stuff correctly. I didn't negate that, and I guess I should have. So that was a little unfortunate. I'm gonna go ahead and bounce you. Yeah, we could have negated. That was actually kind of a mistake. So 5. So I really just need to block the Left Struck Beast, and I should be able to win on the air. This is close though. Okay. Yep. Okay, block the Left Struck Beast, take a lot on the ground. Ooh, it's close. I also could win with just the Sprite Dragon and Rowan doing the last point of damage, which would be kind of funny. Oh, that was... Oh. Wow, good on the opponent. They managed to draw the card that they needed to win out the game. Should have held for the negate, I suppose, at the end of the day. But then I would have lost, so... I should have played the negate earlier. So that was kind of my mistake. But unfortunately, we actually didn't draw our 5th land. Which probably cost us the game more than anything because we just weren't allowed to be flexible with more attackers in the air, which would have won us the game while holding back the negate. So really kind of struck a bad luck at the end of the day. We just needed that 5th land to really get there. So this hand's pretty solid though. I like what I'm saying. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. So that's pretty good. And we'll get to go first, which is kind of rare, but it happens. Looks like we're playing against mono white. I don't think I need a negate, honestly. He said, nice. Cool, Bone Crusher Giant. So we're going to do Bone Crusher Giant right away. Just slow down the opponent as much as we can. It's super important. Okay, so they get to learn here. Create a 2-1 with flying. That's not like super good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just play our Bone Crusher here. So far we're doing okay against Boros aggro. Probably a Winota deck. This is fine. It slows us down a tad bit for sure, but not a whole lot actually. So gets rid of one of our Prismari commands. Sure, I actually am a little surprised about that, if I'm frankly honest. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and attack here. He doesn't know our last card, which is pretty nice, but he knows that we can still make some good moves. Okay. Yep, makes sense. I'm gonna go with Prismari command here. I'm gonna do 2 damage and we'll create a treasure token. So I'll get rid of that. I'll create a treasure token. Which is also great because we still get to hold up our Bone Crusher Giant. That is a little annoying, not gonna lie. No, it depends. Is it when it leaves? Dies. Okay. Sure, that is fine. Yep, Bone Crusher. That's an easy decision, honestly. Dorat's pretty good here. I don't think he's gonna quite do the job. Probably trades here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, and then we get to play Prismari. So maybe we can also draw into a Goldspan Dragon. Lots of good things. Opponent has 5 lands. Someone's a 2-1. Makes sense. So we can actually Dorat and then the Brazen Bar. I'm gonna do it now. The reason I'm doing it now is so that he can't jump block, and because our Dorat has haste, so that's pretty solid. Okay, so he did have a Bone Crusher as well, which is fine. Still get the good in here, which is pretty important. Okay, sure. Alright, so we get to trade Bone Crushers here. So far, so good. Okay. It's 4 or less, huh? Honestly, Skyclave Apparition is just such a disgustingly good card. Okay. Well, we can get a 4/4, which I'm a big fan. Well, I actually don't want to bounce that, though. So I'm actually just going to get in the air. That's a good card. Okay, so let's attack here. I'm going to let the opponent kind of decide how he blocks, because either way, it's mostly in our favor. Alright, so we'll play the Prismari command. Deal 2 damage for sure. I like both my cards, so we'll create a treasure token. And we get a 4/4. So still pretty good. We actually end up with a stronger creature, technically. But it is on the ground, which is... Alright, cool. So we beat Boros aggro. At least we got one in the bag. Managed to just kind of stop the assault. It was probably a Winota deck if I'm just based on that. So we managed to avoid the Winota. Managed to just deal with the big creatures. So that's what I really like about this deck. It's got that right balance. I think Witherbloom decks, I've created one myself, but it's not your traditional one. It's kind of focused on big creatures and ramping. Um, I think that that's kind of going to be a deck that's always going to be hard to answer for this type of deck, but okay. I mean, this hand works. It's not great. It's not the best, but it's a hand. So I'm going to see what I can do with it. Okay, so we are getting a little flooded already, which is fine. Not the end of the world. I would have loved to have gone first being flooded like this, though, because holding up a negate turn 2 is pretty crucial. Well, that makes the decision a lot easier, actually. So I'm going to just get rid of a land. Okay. So I don't know. Oh, this might be Golgari Elves, which I have not seen in quite some time. So this is fascinating. Golgari Elves kind of died pretty quickly. Oh, you're so annoying. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the negate here. So Prismari command is the most mana efficient, and it does help us out. So get rid of you, and I'll create a treasure token. So we'll get a little bit of ramp going on. And what's also really cool is that we get to play Prismari next turn and have enough to play the Bone Crusher without using your mana, because technically it's an instant card if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty good. Okay, he's playing Elves with Toski. This is a little new for me. Go ahead and pass the turn. So yeah, this is really cool. So I get to tap the 2 treasures to play Bone Crusher as opposed to sacrifice it. It's kind of insane. Really wish I had the negate now, but unfortunate. Okay, so he's playing Golgari stuff, I guess, I suppose, or with. I guess this would be technically Golgari. It's not really a Witherbloom deck as we would imagine it to be. Sure. So we still get to hold up for Prismari command if it comes down to it. Toski is indestructible. The only way we can actually slow down Toski is playing something bigger like Bone Crusher. Or, okay, so it is an Elves deck, which is okay. I assume it's the Landwar Elves one. Or Landwar Visionary. I was like, it's not technically Landwar Elves. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and deal 2 damage and make more treasure. He still gets to get a card draw out of it, but slows him down a little bit at the very least. Okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and play Will here. Because I want Toski to do nothing. Because it's when he does combat damage, and technically if combat damage is 0, then he's not drawing a card. And he has to attack with an O2, which is kind of hilarious. So, not too bad. Prismari command is also going to be cheaper, which is going to help us out just a tad bit, I believe. So far so good. He does have the card advantage. We've discarded twice. Okay. Interesting he's playing Wildborn Preserver now. Okay. Is he going to pay 2? Okay, sure. Toski has to attack. Okay, so I'm gonna actually do something interesting. Gonna do this. Then I'm gonna do this. Because I don't want that thing getting any bigger than it needs to be. I'm gonna go ahead and opt actually. Rowan could help us out, but I don't really think I need a Rowan right now. Okay. I'm actually going to go ahead and attack here. Reason for that is I can still play the Brazen Borrower with the treasure, so not too bad. So Bonecrusher Giant has been doing a lot of great work for us. Great card, never going to go away. Sure. Interesting choice. Not one... Oh, my friend's texting me. It's always interesting how my friends seem to text me right when I'm recording, so... He's not even going for a will. It's kind of crazy. Oh. I see. Well, let's go ahead and just bounce you. You can pay 4 mana for Toski if you want. A little bit of a bummer, but nothing too bad. Oh, I should have held that treasure. Got a little greedy. Okay. So, we're still okay for the most part. Because now Will's at ultimate, so he has to sack one of the elves to the Bonecrusher if he doesn't want to deal with 4/4s. Or he could just play Bloodchief's Thirst. Yes, that is also a card. That sucks because we never got to draw 2 cards. So that was a little unfortunate, but there's a Tyvar kill. Alright, this is where things start going a little bit more downhill. So I'm just going to get the pressure going here. You can trade with the Bonecrusher, I'm well aware of that, or even chump block, but something he'll probably want to do. And as long as he doesn't have reach, I'll be okay. Okay. So this is close. This is cutting it very close. I can get him to 5 damage, but I probably could have just drawn 2 cards from Will, honestly. Oh man, this is so frustrating. Okay. Okay, so Tyvar kill is going to kind of ruin a lot of stuff for us, unfortunately, but not much we can do. We got to just kind of work with what we have. Why does he get 6 counters? Oh, he's going to tap down everybody. He's kind of crazy. Okay. That is unfortunate. I'm not really sure. I think I have to draw another Brazen Borrower here. Okay, here comes Toski. Sure. This is cutting it close. I see. And then he's gonna untap it, put a counter on it. The exact amount to kill me? I have to block, technically. Good play, opponent. Yeah, I mean, I play Wildborn Preserver too, so... I have to scry here. I don't have enough mana. Of course I don't. And that is game. Good game, opponents. So what did we learn about this deck? What did we learn? Prismari, it's better when there's certain synergies that work together well together. So this has a little bit of everything, but not necessarily focusing on one good solid thing. So I would say Prismari has always been in the weirder spots of kind of the balance of creatures and non-creature spells and how to really effectively work that together, right? A lot of people go for the Torrent Sculptor kind of combo and try to just throw the big spells into it, but that deck also struggles because they might just straight up never get to Torrent Sculptor or these cards that get that Torrent Sculptor to be huge. So, but also using Will's -3 is probably better than getting to his ultimate in most circumstances. Just drawing 2 cards is generally pretty good. So, yeah, there's a lot to be learned from here. But if you've got a great Prismari deck that you want me to try out, that you're like, hey, I've got a better deck than you, NerdPhil, that'd be a great way to just help me. Because, I'm starting to appreciate this color combination. I didn't usually like it before. I'm starting to appreciate it. So, help me out. Fan submission Fridays, you know what to do. So if you guys enjoyed that, again, see me on Twitch live, or support by helping me get to 300 subscribers. So right now up top, YouTube is showing a video of my most recent upload, and then right below that is a video that YouTube thinks you specifically like, probably a deck you haven't seen me play before. So go ahead, check those videos out. Really helps me out, really helps with the algorithm, all that fun stuff. You know how it works. So thank you all so much for watching. See you for the next NerdPhil.